Assalamualaikum and good morning. Today I would like to present my industrial training experience at Avialite Sdn. So first of all, my name is Farisha Mirza binti Cik Mustafa and I am a final year student from BMKV. My industrial training was carried out at the production department from 15 March 2026 until 28 August 2026 with a total of 24 weeks. So my industrial supervisor is the S. Nik Ahmad Fakri bin Nik Mansur, and my faculty supervisor is the S. Dr. Muhammad Zaidan bin Abdul Manaf. So next, I will present about the company background. Avialite Sdn is a manufacturing factory located in Kuala Terengganu that focus on the development and manufacturing of aviation obstruction, beacon and warning light (AOL). The factory produces a various type of lighting product, uh, including the low intensity solar, medium intensity, and also medium intensity solar. Its main activity include the product assembly, testing, quality control, and also manufacturing. The training was mainly conducted under the production department, which uh, which providing exposure to various manufacturing and engineering activity. So next, I will continue with the objective. There are a few objectives of undergoing industrial training. First is to implement the theoretical knowledge gained during academic studies into a real industrial practice. The second one is to gain a clear understanding of working environment, organizational structure, and also professional responsibility within an industry. So the third one is to enhance self-confidence and also the professionalism when carry out assigned tasks and responsibilities. And lastly is to provide exposure to work ethic, safety practice, and also standard operation procedure in a real industry application. So the next part is training scope. During my industrial training, I was involved myself in three areas. So the first one is production and assembly, where in this area I was involved in assembling aviation obstruction light and also carrying out the processes such as component preparation, epoxy casting, curing, and also finishing. The second area was testing. And in this area, I perform a product and also component testing, including solar panels, battery, and also LED quality inspection. So the third area was engineering design. In this part, I use a on-shape CAD to design a cordless screwdriver stand and also a cheap production design. So for the cordless stand, the prototype were then developed using 3D printing. So next I will continue with the assembly of AOL. So the product assembled based on customer specification with features like sensor alarm, flashing function and other options configured according to the required application. So during my training, I was exposed to different type of aviation obstruction light, mainly in the low intensity series and also medium intensity series. So for the LI series, I was worked with a few models such as LI3202 and also LI1016. This product can have a different voltage specification, for example 12 volt or even 48 volt, depending on the required application. So they also can have different features, including the basic one. sensor, alarm, sensor alarm, and also sensor flashing. So for the medium intensity series, I was exposed to a few type of products such as MI2KP, MI20KP, and also MI22KP. So this medium intensity light was designed for a application that requiring a higher light intensity compared to the Li series. So for medium intensity series, the model also can be differ according to the electrical specification and also functional feature. So therefore, although the product may look similar, but the voltage and also the intensity level of the model might be vary depending on the customer requirement. So next I will continue with the testing. So the first testing is solar panel efficiency validation. And the purpose of this testing was to compare the new and existing solar panel and determine whether they could generate sufficient energy to charge the battery. So during this testing, the reading were taken every 30 minutes from 12 p.m. to 2 p.m. under sunlight with irradiance above 300 watt per meter square. This step help evaluate the performance and also suitability of the new solar panel. It also help to make a decision whether there's a need to change the old solar panel uh, to the new solar panel. So the second testing is battery stock testing. So battery stock testing was carried out to evaluate the condition of batteries before they were used in the production process. Since solar aviation light depend on battery storage for the nighttime operation, ensuring the battery quality is in a good condition is really important for maintaining the product reliability. So next, I will continue with the third testing, which is control panel 4 plus 4 testing. So for this testing, the control panel system was tested using 4 aviation light and also 4 Li aviation light. So the main objective of this testing was to make sure that the control panel can operate both type of aviation light successfully. The testing involved checking the electrical components, power supply, and also the overall operation of the connected lamp head. So another important purpose of the testing was to ensure that there were no failure in the feature of the lamp head, especially the sensor function. The sensor was checked to make sure that it responds and operates correctly when connected to the control panel system. So through this testing, I had gained experience in testing a complete lighting system, as well as understanding on how different aviation light can be connected and operate together through a control panel system. So next, I will continue with the quality inspection. So the quality inspection of the newly arrived LED component have been done. So the main purpose of this inspection was to make sure that the LED meet the required quality standard before being used in the production process. So the inspection was carried out with the assistance of KIMA, which is the quality inspection website. So from a total batch of 15,000 LED, 500 units were sampled for inspection based on the acceptable quality limit or AQL sampling procedure. So During the inspection, the physical condition and the quality of the LED were checked, and we also use a multimeter to check the electrical continuity and the functionality of the component. The inspection helped to ensure that the number of defective LED remain within the acceptable limit before the batch was approved for the production. And through this activity, I had gained practical experience in the incoming quality control (IQC), particularly in the sampling, inspection, and also verification of the newly received components before they can proceed with the production stage. So now I will continue with the engineering design. So the first one is cordless screwdriver stand design. So for this project, I was assigned to develop a cordless screwdriver stand by using on-shape CAD software. So first, I create the stand in 3D so that the geometry, dimension, and also the overall structure could be evaluated before manufacturing. So the dimension and shape of the screwdriver were also considered to make sure that they could be properly supported and easily removed from the stand. So one of the design features was the structural hole. This hole were not only for the appearance but also help to reduce the amount of 3D printing filament used and also makes this design more material efficient. So after the design being approved by my supervisor, it was then being 3D printed to produce a physical stand. So the final stand have been used to help organize the cordless screwdriver systematically and also provide a more suitable storage and charging arrangement for this type of tools. So now I will continue with my second design, which is production jig design. So for the production jig design project, I was assigned by my supervisor to develop a solution for a problem encountered during the assembly of medium intensity lamphead. So the main problem was involved installation of rubber grommet into the lamphead. During the assembly process, the metal plate need to be positioned at approximately 90-degree angle to make the grommet much more easier to insert. However, manually holding the plate at this angle was not practical during the production. So after observing and involved in assembly process, a support jig was proposed to hold the lamp head plate at the required angle. The design concept was inspired by the adjustable mechanism of a laptop stand, which allowing the plate to be positioned at and supported at a suitable angle. So the jig was designed by using on-shape CAD software based on the dimension of the lamp head. Several modifications were made to make the jig more suitable for the industrial use, including improving the base stability, plate support, and also the overall strength for repetitive production work. So the main component for this design will include the lower and upper base plate, connector pin, leveling mount, table clamp, movable jaw, handle, angle rod, and also the connector for angle rod. So different material were selected for this design according to their function. For example, aluminium was used for a lightweight structural component, while stainless steel and carbon steel were selected for components that requiring high strength and also durability. So after completing the CAD design, it was presented to the supervisor for review and also for approval. So the proposed jig can help to improve the positioning of the lamp head, which can make the chrome matte installation much more easier, and at the same time, it also can reduce the assembly time. So overall, this project gave me a practical experience in identifying a problem in the production process and also applying the CAD design and engineering solution principle to develop a practical manufacturing solution in the real industrial. So now the last one is conclusion. So overall, my industrial training at Avialite had gave a gave me a valuable exposure to the aviation lighting manufacturing industry. So I had gained a practical experience in product assembly, testing, quality inspection, and the CAD design. I also learned on how to identify the production problems and develop a practical solution such as the production jig and also cordless stand that I had present just now. So most importantly, the training allowed me to apply my theoretical knowledge of engineering to the real industrial situation while improving my technical problem solving and also teamwork skill. So overall, this training has strengthened my engineering knowledge and also give me a valuable practical experience in the real industrial environment. That's all for me. Thank you.
Hi, my name is Nick Fakri, assigned as the supervisor for Farisha. I am with Avialite Sdn. We are a Malaysia-based manufacturer of aviation warning lights. Throughout her internship, Farisha has worked across several of our production areas, including assembly, testing, and quality processes. What stood out most was how quickly she picked up new things, whether it was a new task, a new process. She adapted fast and needed very little repeated guidance. She is reliable, professional, and easy to work with throughout her time here. Her attitude toward learning is consistently positive, and she left a strong impression on the team. I am happy to say Farisha completed her internship with us on a strong note, and I would recommend her for future opportunities. Thank you.
Nama saya Rashidah. Jawatan saya sebagai operator pengeluaran. Komen untuk Farisha, first dia masuk sini, dia pendiam sikit. Lama-lama dah ada kawan. Okey. Dia buat kerja pun okey, tak ada masalah. Boleh ditunjuk ajar, boleh terima pendapat, boleh terima komen-komen kawan-kawan yang lain. Boleh bekerjasama lah, boleh dikatakan. Gitu.
Okay, Assalamualaikum. Okay, saya perkenalkan diri saya terlebih dahulu. Nama saya Robert Matidola. Berkhidmat di position sistem production dekat company ni. Okay, untuk seketul Farisha Mirza ni, orangnya kita pergi ke kelakuan dan peribadi terlebih dahulu. Okay, saya kenal dia ni, dia seorang yang tenang. Orangnya seorang yang introvert, tidak sombong. Lepas tu dia ni jenis yang suka orangnya juga menerima teguran daripada staf-staf lain dengan positif, seorang yang setia kawan. Apa kata, bila bekerja dengan dia tu, kalau nak minta suruh buat sesuatu tu cepatlah, maksudnya tak ada orang kata apa, melengah ke apa ke, tak ada. Dia seorang yang senang untuk orang kata apa, minta bantuan. Okey, dari segi cara dia buat kerja pula, dia ni seorang yang berdikari, boleh bekerja orang kata berpasukan dalam kumpulan. Lepas tu bila dia ajar sesuatu dalam proses kerja ni, saya tengok cepatlah untuk dia menerima, faham, dan kalau macam kita minta dia buat pun insya-Allah boleh, tanpa disuruh, tanpa orang kata apa, paksa. Okey, dari segi komunikasi dan orang kata skill yang saya nampak lah, dia seorang yang senang berkomunikasi. Lepas tu macam kalau kita bercakap ke, tak ada dia jenis yang mencelah apa yang kita tengah bercakap tu, memberi tumpuan ketika orang lain tu bercakap. Maksudnya tak adalah macam kita bercakap ni, dia nak cuba masuk, macam cuba-cuba bercakap. Dia seorang yang lembut orangnya, tapi dalam kelembutan dia tu ada tegasnya. Itulah yang saya kenal sepanjang dia bekerjasama dengan saya selama, tak silap, baru lagi dalam 3 bulan macam itu. Itu saja yang saya dapat kongsikan sedikit sebanyak tentang Sekutu Farisha Mirza. Sekian, terima kasih. Assalamualaikum.